When we think about health, salt often gets a bad name. For years, we have been told to cut down on it, to be wary of its effects. But what if I told you that sodium, the key component of salt, is absolutely essential for your mind to work at its best? It is not the enemy we have been led to believe. Instead, think of sodium as the spark plug for your brain. It plays a crucial role in how your nerve cells communicate with each other. Every single thought you have, every feeling you experience, and every action you take depends on tiny electrical signals firing between these cells. Sodium is what makes these signals possible, allowing your brain to function properly and maintain a sharp, focused state throughout the day. This mineral does more than just help with focus. It is also deeply connected to your mood. Have you ever felt irritable, foggy, or just a bit low for no apparent reason? It might be linked to your body's sodium levels. When sodium is in balance, it helps regulate fluids in your body, including in your brain. This balance supports the production of neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that control how you feel. Serotonin and dopamine, often called the feel-good chemicals, rely on proper cellular function to do their job effectively. By ensuring you have the right amount of sodium, you are essentially giving your brain the raw materials it needs to build a stable, positive mood and fend off feelings of anxiety or listlessness. The connection between sodium and your stress response is also incredibly important. Your adrenal glands, which sit on top of your kidneys, are central to how you handle stress. They produce hormones like cortisol. When you are under stress, your body uses up sodium more quickly. If your levels are already low, this can make it much harder for your body to cope, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and exhausted. Providing your body with adequate sodium helps support your adrenal glands, making you more resilient to life's daily pressures. It's a simple yet powerful way to build a stronger foundation for both your mental and physical well-being, ensuring you feel more in control. So, we need to shift our perspective. Instead of viewing salt as something to be feared and avoided at all costs, we should see it as a vital tool for our health. It's not about consuming huge amounts of processed foods loaded with refined salt. It is about understanding that this simple mineral is fundamental to your energy, your clarity of thought, and your emotional stability. By learning how to use it correctly, we can unlock a new level of vitality. The key is not elimination, but intelligent moderation and timing. This simple change in how we think about sodium can have a profound impact on how we feel every single day. Our bodies are magnificent things, and they love rhythm. We have a sleep-wake cycle, hormonal cycles, and, believe it or not, a sodium cycle. This isn't about how much sodium you have in a day, but when you have it. Your body's need for sodium changes throughout a 24-hour period, largely influenced by your hormones. One of the most important hormones here is cortisol. Cortisol is often called the stress hormone, but it's also our get-up-and-go hormone. Its levels are naturally highest in the morning to wake us up and give us energy. This morning cortisol surge also causes our bodies to excrete more sodium through our urine. This is a completely normal and healthy process. Because of this natural morning rhythm, many of us wake up in a state of slight dehydration and with lower sodium levels. This can lead to that familiar feeling of morning grogginess, brain fog, or even a mild headache. You might reach for a coffee to feel more alert, but what your body is often crying out for is water and electrolytes, with sodium being a key one. By understanding this daily cycle, we can work with our bodies instead of against them. Replenishing sodium first thing in the morning can be a game changer for your energy and mental clarity, setting a positive tone for the rest of an incredibly productive and focused day. The timing of your sodium intake directly influences your hydration levels. You can drink plenty of water, but if your sodium levels are too low, your body won't be able to hold on to that water effectively. Sodium acts like a magnet for water, pulling it into your cells where it is needed most. Without enough sodium, the water you drink can pass right through you, failing to properly hydrate your tissues and your brain. This is why timing matters so much. Taking a small amount of sodium with your morning water helps your body absorb the fluid, hydrating you on a cellular level and giving your brain the support it needs to fire on all cylinders right from the start. Conversely, having too much sodium at the wrong time, particularly late at night, can disrupt this natural rhythm. A large salty meal close to bedtime can raise your blood pressure and make your body retain excess fluid, which can interfere with the quality of your sleep. It might cause you to wake up during the night feeling thirsty or needing the toilet. This disrupts the restorative processes that happen while you sleep, leaving you feeling tired and unfocused the next day. Understanding this cycle allows us to be strategic, using sodium as a tool to boost energy in the morning and promoting calm, restful sleep at night by being more mindful in the evening. Let's create a simple and practical routine to harness the power of sodium cycles. The goal is to feel energized in the morning, stable throughout the day, and calm in the evening. Your day should begin with a focus on rehydration and replenishment. Before you even think about breakfast or your first cup of coffee, start with what I call a morning cocktail. This is simple: a large glass of water with a small pinch of unrefined salt, like sea salt or pink Himalayan salt. This tiny amount, perhaps a quarter of a teaspoon, is just enough to replenish the sodium you lost overnight. It helps your body absorb the water, kickstarts your energy levels, and clears away any lingering brain fog. As you move into the middle of your day, your focus should shift from replenishment to maintenance. Your sodium needs at lunchtime will depend on your activity level, the climate you are in, and how much you sweat. If you have had an active morning or a workout, you might need to add a little extra salt to your lunch. A good strategy is to eat a balanced meal that naturally contains minerals. Adding salt to taste on a salad with lean protein or a bowl of soup can help maintain steady energy levels and prevent that dreaded afternoon slump. This midday sodium intake keeps your brain hydrated and your mood stable, helping you navigate the rest of your day with ease and clarity. When evening arrives, your approach to sodium should become more mindful. For most people, it is best to reduce sodium intake in the hours leading up to bedtime. A heavy, salty meal late at night can interfere with sleep quality. However, this is not a strict rule for everyone. For some individuals, especially those who are very active or under a lot of stress, a tiny pinch of salt with a glass of water before bed can actually be calming. It can help lower cortisol levels and support the adrenal glands, leading to a more restful night. The key is to listen to your body and experiment. Start by reducing evening salt and see how you feel. The perfect partners for sodium are two other crucial minerals, potassium and magnesium. Think of sodium and potassium as two sides of a coin. They work together to maintain fluid balance in your cells. To support this partnership, make sure your diet is rich in potassium. Foods like bananas, avocados, spinach, sweet potatoes, and beans are excellent sources. Magnesium, on the other hand, is the great relaxer. It helps calm the nervous system and is wonderful to take in the evening to promote sleep. You can find it in dark leafy greens, nuts, and seeds. A balanced intake of all three minerals is the true secret to unlocking sustained energy, focus, and a calm mind. To truly benefit from sodium cycling, it is important to avoid common mistakes that can sabotage your efforts. One of the biggest errors is relying on processed and packaged foods for your sodium intake. These foods often contain huge amounts of refined table salt along with unhealthy fats, sugars, and additives. This type of sodium is not the same as the unrefined sea salt you might add to your water. The goal is to control your sodium intake with intention, not to consume it accidentally through foods that offer little nutritional value. Instead, focus on whole, unprocessed foods and add high-quality salt yourself. This way, you're in complete control of both the quantity and the quality. Another frequent mistake is ignoring your body's individual needs and the signals it sends you. There is no one-size-fits-all amount of sodium that works for everyone. Your requirements will change based on how much you exercise, the weather, your stress levels, and your overall health. Forgetting to increase your sodium intake after a sweaty workout or on a hot day can lead to dehydration, fatigue, and poor focus. It is vital to learn to listen to your body. Cravings for salty foods can often be a sign that your body needs more sodium. Don't ignore these signals. Respond to them intelligently by having a healthy, salty snack or adding a pinch of salt to your next glass of water. Failing to balance sodium with potassium is a pitfall that can negate many of the benefits. As we have discussed, these two minerals work in a delicate dance. Consuming high amounts of sodium without enough potassium can disrupt this balance, potentially impacting your blood pressure and fluid regulation. Modern diets are often very high in sodium from processed sources and very low in potassium from fresh fruits and vegetables. Make a conscious effort to fill your plate with potassium-rich foods every single day. Simple additions like a banana with your breakfast, a side of spinach with your lunch, or an avocado with your dinner can make a huge difference in maintaining this essential mineral balance for your brain. Finally, do not be afraid to experiment to find what works for you. The guidelines I have provided are a starting point, not a rigid set of rules. Your body is unique. Start by adding a small pinch of salt to your morning water and observe how you feel. Pay attention to your energy levels, your focus, and your mood throughout the day. You might find you need a little more on some days and a little less on others. The journey to better health is one of discovery. By thoughtfully incorporating sodium cycling into your daily routine, you can unlock a powerful tool for enhancing your mental energy and building a foundation for long-term well-being. Give it a try. You may be surprised at how much better you can feel.